Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jacob. Today we have a very exciting video because I am reacting to Mariah Carey's 11th studio album called E=MC², which I do have to say is just a very clever album title because she goes by MC. I was counting how many albums I've listened to from Mariah and to think, I feel like I need to double check that. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. This will be my 11th Mariah Carey album reaction, which is crazy. If you guys have been following along on the journey, I've really grown to love Mariah as an artist. I find myself constantly going back to several of her albums, to many different songs, deep cuts, singles. I love listening to it. And because it wasn't like overplayed on the radio for me, because I had never heard it before, everything, like even the popular songs, We Belong Together, is like I could just keep listening to it over and over and over again. And I've enjoyed every minute of it. So today I'm excited to continue that journey and listen to E=MC². And now it's making me a little nervous because we are, after this one, 4 albums away from being caught up to where Mariah is at now. Or I guess 5 because there's a remix album. 4 to 5 albums, and that's just like really crazy to think about. So much music from Mariah in the past. I actually need to like fact check this, but I think it's been 2 or 3 months. I love the fan reception, and it's great that Mariah is so far into her career, and these albums are decades old, and people still come to YouTube to watch reactions to it. That just shows how strong her fan base is, and is a real testament to like what a legend Mariah is. And I'll do some kind of big recap on the last album, but yeah, I'm just feeling like really excited tonight because I can't wait to listen to more Mariah Carey music. I've really been branching out with artists and listening to so many different legends, and I just am like feeling really grateful for Mariah specifically, but to you guys for watching and kind of opening up this door to my music taste. So thank you guys. If you're watching and supporting here or on Patreon, shout out to you. If you'd like to subscribe to the YouTube channel, go ahead and hit subscribe. I'm trying to reach 4,000 subs by the end of the month of November. We can do it. I know it. Head over to Patreon if you want to see the full video uncut. There's probably 20 to 30 extra minutes and you'll see live performances, all the good stuff. So head over there if you're interested. Let's go ahead and get started. This intro doesn't need to be any longer because this album is already pretty long. I will react to the standard version, and then there are 2 like bonus tracks, deluxe tracks, that I will react to in a separate, shorter video. It'll only be a few days apart. I won't wait until next Monday to post it because I usually do Mariah on Mondays, Mariah Monday, but I will do a deluxe like during the week, so stay tuned for that. Okay, first song is Migrate featuring T-Pain. Here we go. I have no idea like what genres to expect here. Something similar to Emancipation? Whoa.
Treat it as a holiday, 'cause he's a rap, y'all know I had to say. Let's be rebels like y'all, trying to get us going without wrong. He's sipping Gucci, if you're making the risk coordinate.
Okay, I need to pause already. I feel like, as far as jumping from album to album to album, this has felt like the most drastically different. People were saying this is similar to Emancipation, the album, and maybe it is, but this song feels very different. It feels very much like a dance track. It's kind of crazy to think about like her first album, for example, and all the gospel influence. And I'm sure she always has stuff in it, or similar theme, or not themes, similar like genres infused throughout all of her bodies of work. But it's so funny to think of like the really slow ballad gospel Mariah in those first few albums to this, like that, it just, I know I gravitate towards that kind of music versus this, but it just shows her versatility, and I think that that's great. I feel like I should be going out right now.
Say the pain, the main of the hour. Got a flow that'll flat your tire. Got stacks plus I'm back with Mariah. We stay down like both flats on a Cadillac, back to the back with both fat girls. If you feel like doing a dance, I'm gonna pull up my pants. Come on back, girl. But I gotta migrate to the bar, from the bar to the flow, from the flow to the car, from the car to the crib, then back to the club. We can migrate in that. Man, they go sitting on the. Oh, what you waiting on? I can't stand in one flow. They know I'm from the 850. I need 3 bottles of that Patron. I can make a Chevrolet creep so slow. Yo, say your name. Shout it, look at it, okay.
Okay. So this song is basically talking about how she's so hot and so cool that once she's done at one party or club, she's going to the next. No, I'm kidding. But I want to say that song, while it's not something I immediately gravitate toward listening to, I actually really enjoyed it. I think T-Pain's part sold it for me, to be honest. I think her melodies were unlike a lot of other Mariah melodies. Like it really felt like it had a different cadence to it, which I feel like isn't as common for her, and it sounded great. Like I loved this sort of hockey singy voice, if that makes sense. Okay, let's go to track number 2. It's called Touch My Body. I am very interested to see where we go with this album because that was good, but different, but good. Oh. Wait. Yeah, we know this. I reacted to this. Wait. Why have I heard this? Touch my body, dun, 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 take it to the floor. Something like that, right? I just heard this recently, didn't I? Touch my body, put me on the floor, kiss me around, play with me some more. Touch my body, put me on the bed. I just wanna make you feel like you never did. Touch my body, let me run the thighs, all around the waist, just a little taste. Touch my body, will you have my curves? Come on and give me what I deserve. When have I listened to this recently, guys? You're gonna have to tell me. Or was this on TikTok or something? How do I know this? If it's a camera over here, then I best like I just click on YouTube. Close up your on your mouth and brag about your secret rendezvous. I will hunt you down. Cause baby, I'm open my business like a wedding interview. This is private between you and I. Touch my body, put me on the floor, kiss me around, play with me some more. Touch my body, put me on the bed. I just wanna make you feel like you never did. Touch my body, boy, I will give you plenty. Touch my body, put me on the floor, kiss me around, play with me some more. Touch my body, put me on the bed. I just wanna make you feel like you never did. Touch my body, let me run the thighs, let me run the things around your waist. You guys, I'm having kind of a little mental breakdown because I don't know how I've heard the song recently, but I have. I don't think I've heard the full song, just that chorus. Maybe it's a thing on TikTok. I have literally no idea. Alls I know is I love that song. It is so... There's something about the touch my body, da-da-da-da-da. The melody in that chorus is so freaking good. And if this didn't go number 1, I'm actually shocked because she's the queen of number 1s. Like, she is seriously the most out of any artist except for the Beatles. I think, right? But single artists, just artists by themselves, not a group. That song was one of my favorites of hers, to be honest with you. I'm literally going to be jamming to this on my way to work tomorrow. I can't wait. I loved that song. There's something so addicting. It's kind of crazy because like coming from Migrate, it's like similar concept, right? But the production is not as, I don't know. But this is banging. Okay. Next song is called Cruise Control featuring Damien, Junior Gong, Marley, and Damian Marley. Okay.
2008, watch it. Yeah.
Relatives of
Mariah
Bob.
Carey alongside Gang and Marley. Nothing. Check it.
Relax, I'm ignoring every sign of caution.
Caution. I always point out when she mentions like a future album title or whatever in her earlier songs, and she mentions caution like 100 times throughout her discography. It's funny.
Driver's education 101 got on my mind. I need brings the drama, 6 baby mama.
Is this literally about what's his face? Nick Cannon? 6 baby mamas? He's got like 10 baby mamas.
Just wanna kiss and I need cruise control. I need to go slow.
I need to go slow.
Why is it on the bed? Every time I say it's good, I'm out of control. I don't know how to stay up in my lane. Every day and night it's cruising through my brain. Go keep it cruising. See I'm you, I is in control. See I'm you, I is in control.
See on you, I
is in control. Can the door open? The gas find me blocked it below.
a little bit of a Jamaican accent there.
So many sides, he brings the drama, 6 baby mama. I don't know how to stay up in my lane. Every day and night it's cruising through my brain. Go keep it cruising, turn to the right, go get so smooth with it.
You're not speeding tickets on the highway to my heart, and it might be a rocky road, and you can exit while you're going to premises. And right I know the cruise control, it is my nemesis. Just come again and start on scratch just like a Genesis.
Might need to go slow.
Might need to go slow.
Why is it on the bed? Every time I say it's good, I'm out of control. Lose control.
Cruise Control. Mixed feelings about this one. I didn't know how I felt at first. I think I was finally able to vibe with it towards the middle. I don't know if I like the addition of funny because E equals MC squared. The Marley brothers. I don't know who they are, but I don't know if I liked it with them in it. I'm gonna need time with that one. It's not something that I hate. Like, it's not something that I wouldn't listen to on purpose. It's very different from stuff that I like, so I would need more time with it. But so far, the vibe that I'm getting is like dancey pop, similar to Emancipation, where it seems like she's creating like hits versus like radio hits, not like, because technically One Sweet Day is a hit, but it's actually the definition of hit when you think about it. But like this is more like, early 2000s hit, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know, like maybe I'm trying to think of who was like number one at this time. 2008? Was this like Katy Perry, Teenage Dream stuff? I don't know. Or maybe like Rihanna. I don't know. Okay, let's go to the next song. It's called I Stay in Love. Don't know how I felt about that. Ooh, those synths in the back, I like.
It's over, you realize.
The production of this is something I love. This is giving me like Miami vibes, this album. Ooh, beautiful harmonies with herself. Ooh, chills, chills, chills. Okay. You guys are about to hear me say the most shocking thing if you've watched my videos before. I wish that song were longer. If you've been watching, you know all I do all day long is critique Mariah about how long her songs were and how unnecessarily long they were and how they didn't need an extra chorus. That one literally cut off a run that sounded insane in the back. Did you guys hear that? And then it just fades into nothing. Mariah, why don't we make the shorter songs that could have been longer? That was so good. I was just thinking, I feel like, especially with the last album, and I don't know, I feel like I haven't been complimenting Mariah's songwriting enough. In this era, I did so much at the beginning, so much. But this songwriting feels so evolved from what we heard at the beginning, which was very simple, simple in theme and easy to digest lyrics. Whereas these songs, these four so far, have really been like telling a story, and I'm kind of really picturing everything that's happening. And she's such a great writer, and I often forget how much of like songwriting is part of her identity, which is why I'm like really confused and why she hasn't released music recently. And I think it has to do with like the public and their obsession with like her voice in the past. But like I know she can still sing regardless of if it's hitting a note that's all the way up here or, you know, being able to hold these long runs. Like, I just need this very simple, she just has such a nice tone to her voice, and her falsettos are always so pretty, and I don't know, I seriously, like, I love her voice and her songwriting together, and I feel like she could write really good music now, and I know the industry is very, like, ageist when it comes to especially female artists, but I don't know, I feel like she has such a strong fan base that even though the industry is ageist, I feel like her fandom, either they play a part in it because they don't contribute to her success when she releases something newer, like Caution, let's say, or like it doesn't need to be huge, like it doesn't need to be a #1 album or have a bunch of #1 singles. Like, I don't know, I just feel like I want to know what she has to say now, but I feel like I guess she's doing it through different mediums. She wrote a book or something, right? Okay, I'm talking too much. Let's go to the next song. It's called Side Effects, Young Jeezy, featuring Young Jeezy. Oh. Boom, boom, boom. Interesting. Songwriting. Like, I can really hear, especially lately, coming into like Mariah's more radio, I guess, sound. Like, I always had known that Ariana took a lot of inspiration from Mariah, but like this is like, it's not similar to Thank You Next in like really in production, but like there's something about these like darker tones in the instruments that I feel like is definitely influenced Ariana's music. Even like her earlier stuff, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I wish the chorus hit a little harder. But I like the lyrics. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, true. Okay, gosh, these songs, they start off and I'm like, I'm not sure how I feel about this. And then as it keeps going, I really get drawn in. I was really unsure about this one at first. And gosh, towards the end, I was like, wait a minute, I actually really like this. I don't know why these all, I think because the sound feels so different from the other Mariah music I've listened to and the Mariah music that I like, that it's taking me a kind of a second to even realize that it's her. It does sound like her. But all of the, like, I don't know, there's something about the melodies that feels so different in this album. I don't know if I'm alone in that, but let's go to the next track. It's called I'm That Chick. Wait, there are no lyrics available for this. Okay. Whoa. So different. Ooh. I'm liking this. Okay, that was I'm That Chick. And wow, so different for Mariah. So different. I actually, now that I'm thinking about it, she does change up things a lot, her sound a lot, her, like, okay, maybe the first 2 or 3 albums were similar in terms of sound, but she was always kind of introducing another thing, right? Like, starting off with, actually, I wouldn't really know how to describe her beginning music except for like power ballad. I don't know, there's just been an introduction of gospel, an introduction of even like that Spanish influence in some of the songs, the R&B, the rap, the what else? There's been more. You know what? I would actually like to hear her do some country. Pop, which is kind of what she started with, but and this is like a dance pop, I don't know what you want to describe it as, but she changes her sound a lot. And this is a good little transition that I'm doing because her next song is called Love Story. And I'm thinking of somebody else who changes their sound a lot. Somebody who I'm always thinking of, to be honest. And I've talked at length in the past about how I feel like these artists' careers reflect each other so much. But because their voices aren't the same, I think I don't know that people like see the comparison. But the next song is called Love Story. It's making me think of Taylor Swift. I did a little Google search. And this song came out like a few months before Love Story, Taylor Swift's version, came out. Well, not Taylor's version, but, you know, the original. And it's so crazy how many songs they have that have the same title. We just heard Shake It Off, Love Story. There's literally a song on this album called Last Kiss, which Taylor has on Speak Now, came out a few years later. I'm seeing Bye Bye here. Taylor has Bye Bye Baby. Like, there's just a lot of similarities, and when you think about the like genre switches, the songwriting, these two, and like how big they were, like, or slash are. These two artists' careers emulate each other in a way that I feel like not a lot of artists' careers do. I don't know. It's difficult to compare now because one has kind of dissipated in terms of especially releasing music, whereas and the other is at the top of their game right now. So, but I do feel like there is a lot of similarities, and I really can see Mariah's impact on Taylor's career because I haven't seen too much about them talking about one another. But they have to respect each other. Do they have a picture together? Let me know. Okay, let's go to Love Story. Sorry, guys, I can't stop talking. And a baby, okay.
She said, JD, you gotta make it knock.
Oh.
When you hear that,
Is there some acapella in there? I love this. I'm loving the production on this track. Baby, just say yes. I feel like Taylor needs to do a mashup of these two. Acoustic. Okay. Yeah, I really love that. The production in that was so dreamy, and the synths or production, like the pop sound in the back, was absolutely beautiful. I already know people are gonna hate that I'm comparing Mariah and Taylor because Taylor can't sing. I know that you guys are gonna say that because you guys are haters. But I feel like you need to understand, coming from me, this is like a major compliment because to me, like how you guys feel about Mariah is how I feel about Taylor. And when I'm comparing them, saying I feel like Taylor got a lot of inspiration from Mariah career wise and storytelling, songwriting, whatever. I don't want to hear it from you guys saying, well, Mariah can sing like, shut the F up, okay? It's a compliment, and a very, very big one, okay? Let's go to the next song. It's called I'll Be Loving You Long Time. You with just a you. This sounds like an early Ariana Grande song. I love the way you make. That's kind of what I'm getting. From the production. I'll be loving you. Ooh. She got me. I'll be. Okay, I really like this one. This one, it didn't take me a minute to get into it. I feel like I was in it from the beginning. I really enjoyed that a lot. These, ooh, that went right in the next song. But I really enjoyed that song. I, if you know, you know. God, you guys are going to hate me in the comments. Because we're moving on to another Taylor reference. Last Kiss. Never thought we'd ever. Yeah. Now, I'm very excited to listen to this. Let's just get started. I really liked the last one. There wasn't much to like grasp from it. It was just really great. I actually, coming from Emancipation, I'm surprised this song doesn't have, I don't think it has the number one, right? I'm surprised it doesn't have a number one because it's almost more manufactured to be like a hits album. And I don't know why it didn't create that. Touch My Body, that was number one to me. Okay.
You know you still love me. And I love you too.
Yep, Jermaine Dupri, right?
You know this ain't gonna be our last kiss.
Yeah.
Nah, I know you don't believe that it's over like that.
This is like more of a Mariah melody to me. Very different from Taylor's. I really like this. Never imagine we'd like this.
It's too big, we just can't quit.
Don't comment.
Our love will always exist. Oh, listen to me, boy, you know we chill. So stop running. What we got is still. Our love will always exist. Oh, listen to me, boy, you know we chill. So stop running. What we got is still. So listen up and on. This feeling is too good to me. It's okay, so
Ever be. This feels like it could have gone on the last album. This felt very Mariah in a great way. Felt very familiar. I loved it. Great song. Not as sad as Taylor's. And that's not a bad comparison. I'm not saying one is better than the other. And I don't want to see a single hate comment on this video. Or you're blocked. I'm just kidding. Okay, let's go to the next song. It's called Thanks for Nothing. Thanks for the next
Dedicated to
four.
all the ladies out there. It's tired of getting played.
Jermaine's in all of these songs.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I ain't even gotta say it. Yeah.
So I trusted you, but I guess that's subconsciously I knew.
Ooh, bars.
And you was just running. Hey, boy, thanks for nothing.
Say what?
Never knew enough about you, baby. Anyone could do to convince me, babe. I was living in a lie just to masquerade. Now I only know that I'll never be the same. But you understand
Sing with me. Oh, 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 oh. Uh-huh.
Oh, 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 oh.
thanks for nothing.
Oh, oh, oh.
It's what I'm going through. You been left with nothing true.
You've been left with nothing.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days a week, you don't make me tears. See you was so insane, now you're laying up in bed every night saying, hey boy, thanks for nothing.
Yep.
I never knew enough about you, babe. And I guess I only have myself to blame. Now just playing the game.
Oh, 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 oh. Ooh. Okay, I really enjoyed that song. I feel like that was the best songwriting on the album so far. I really, 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 really love that. What did she say? A pseudo-romance? I loved that. Seems like what I do is think about our pseudo-romance. While you're somewhere burning diesel in the streets, having laughs. Somebody say, you know what I'm going through, you've been left with nothing too. I love much you can't count on one hand singing 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days a week, you're drowning in tears. She like picked it up at that part. I loved that song. It was so good. Thanks for nothing. Great, great little breakup song there. Let's go to the next track. It is track 11 called the OOC. OOC.
Take 'em around the world on this one.
Okay.
East Coast where you at?
Where are we going?
West Coast where you at? Yeah. Let's go. Midwest where you at?
Midwest.
Let me show you that.
And it's the strongest thing I've ever experienced. I'm so sorry. Whatever happened to empathy? I know you're not feel like me. When you're messing with the one true love that make you
I hate to block out. She needs to add the bad word instead of just blocking it out.
see. Even though I've been gone for a minute, it's wrong. I know that you love, so I took it back.
Or recorded
I've been so
different version with clean
out of
lyrics.
control, baby. Although we both moved on to another so long for each other is wrong, but it turned out.
This already just feels so different from Mariah too, right?
And after all this time, it don't even make no sense. So excuse me.
Excuse me.
Je ne sais pas, mais c'est la vie. Oh, each other is wrong, but it turned out. I get so OOC.
Out of control, baby. Forever. It's forever.
bounce on, just bounce on, come on.
Even though I've been gone for a minute, it's wrong. I know that you love, so addicted that I get some OOC.
Out of control, baby. Okay, this one was more vibey, something very different again from a sound that I'm used to from Mariah, but not something I'm mad at. This would be one of the lower songs on my ranking. I'm gonna do a ranking, probably top 3, in the description of this video wherever you're watching it, so check out that. Also, if you're still watching this video, you better be subscribed to the YouTube, okay? Okay, let's go to the next song. It is track 12, For the Record. I liked OOC, but I don't know. Loving her voice right here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I want to hear that again. Because there was a whistle in the back. I like that part. Ooh, she hasn't done a lot of whistles on this album. That was a very long whistle. For the record. Ooh, that was cool. I didn't like the violin in the back. I love that part where she said something about MC, but it's making me, you'll never be MC, in We Belong Together. But, wait, is that in We Belong Together? You'll never be MC. Whatever. Here's the thing about reacting to like so much music in this amount of time is like I forget what songs are on what albums and what the song is called, and like because there's just so much music at once, and I forget what song is what and what title is what. But you guys know what I'm talking about. She'll never be MC. Yeah. Okay, let's go to the next song. It's called. Wait, that's with Jay-Z, isn't it? No. I don't. It doesn't matter. You guys will tell me in the comments. Let's go to the next song. It's called I Wish You Well. It's the last track on the album, so we know it's going to be a little slower, more of a ballad, meaningful to Mariah. Here we go.
This goes out to you and you know who you are. Glory days turn to stormy nights.
Beautiful.
You must have been so petrified.
Delicate.
Didn't you?
Oh, this is beautiful.
Check.
Wait, I'm going to check Proverbs 19:29. Let's see. It says, judgments are prepared for scorners and stripes for the back of fools. Summarizes the consequences of acting against godly wisdom as condemnation and beating. These consequences can include legal consequences, social or personal harm, death, at odds with the Lord, and eternal punishment. Okay. Check. Let's do another one. 1 John chapter 4:4. She is speaking to somebody close to her. It says, "You, dear children, are from God and overcome them, because the one who is in you is greater than the one who is in the world." Ooh. So she's saying, I have God, and you're a loser, basically. Well, she's wishing well. Because she's better than me. Well. Ooh. Beautiful. Very nice. Whoa. It's about haters. She's preaching. She's literally preaching. Okay, Philippians 4:9. Let's see. Whatever you have learned or received or heard from me or seen in me, put it into practice, and the God of peace be with you. Okay, she really is wishing peace upon the person that she's singing about. Someone who wronged her for sure. Tommy? I love the gospel influences. Wow. Psalms 129:2. I should have reacted to this on Sunday, yesterday. Many times they have afflicted me from my youth, yet they have not prevailed against me. Ooh. Another translation says, from my earliest youth my enemies have persecuted me, but they have not been able to finish me off. Bars. Oh, it's literally, she's... Wait.
He that keeps his mind stayed on the Lord, he will keep them in perfect peace.
Beautiful way to end the album. I'm a little... Because I read every verse, but after this one, she literally basically said the verse. Did she do that for all of them? I hope not, because I'm going to look like a real dummy if I didn't notice that before. I feel like I would have noticed. I don't want to go back and check. But beautiful way to end such a like radio pop hype album. She goes back to her roots, her gospel roots there, and you know, makes peace with people who were not so kind or pleasant to her, which actually is a beautiful thing. I've talked about it in previous Mariah videos because she does sing about this often. And forgiveness is such a powerful tool, and Mariah always does it so beautifully, or sings about it so beautifully through her songs, and I feel like that's definitely what helps her heal and move forward from any kind of situation. I loved that. That was beautiful. You guys, this album was kind of a whirlwind. It very much felt like a completely different thing than Emancipation did. I really enjoyed it a lot. I think she is doing the thing that she did with pretty much all of her last like 4 or 5 albums. It's like trying something a little different, and I admire that so much from her. I think her songwriting really stood out with these songs specifically for some reason, and I loved most of the production. It definitely had that 2000s feel to it, which was kind of nostalgic because now it's starting to sound a little bit more like the songs that I heard on the radio, like Radio Disney. They weren't playing Mariah, but just it sounds very familiar to that my childhood now, and I really enjoyed it. I think this album, if I continue to listen to it, will grow a lot. I will write my favorite or my top 3 in the description. And that's it for today's video. I will be reacting to the deluxe later this week and hopefully some live performances. Did she tour for this album? Let me know in the comments. Tell me what you want to see. I am excited to sort of dive more into this album. Okay, I think that's it for this reaction. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit subscribe. Head over to Patreon to watch the full video. You guys already know, but at this point, thank you so much for watching. Peace out.